Okay guys, Zach here, undergroundstrength.tv, doing work, as always, getting fired up today because I've been watching football-specific workouts from some of the top Division I football teams, Auburn, Alabama, and the football-specific stuff is amazing. Squatting, deadlifting, power cleaning, spending lots of time in the rack, moving heavy dumbbells, carrying heavy shit, sprinting with sleds. It's amazing football-specific stuff. It also works the core. Now, everybody, I wish you would stop getting duped out there. The problem is, those people are not watching this video. So, I'm speaking to the masses who are not even here. When people tell me, or a coach says to a kid we're training, we're following the West Side system. Really? If you're following the West Side system, how many 700-pound deadlifters do you have? I mean, is it all the same? It's not all the same, because every college football coach in America has a football, but only one team is number one, and then there's the top 10. Every wrestling coach in America has a wrestling mat, but why are some dominating and some not? It's the coaching, so it's not all the same. If somebody tells me they're following this system, that system, I don't care what you're following on paper. I know that the difference is in not what, but how. How intense are you squatting? How deep do you squat? I'm watching videos, seeing photos, knees caving in, squatting halfway down, and that's giving you a little bit of extra. I'm gonna say maybe 1/3 of the way, not halfway. Round back deadlifts, power cleans that look like a jumping jack into a limbo. It's not the what, it's the how. Does his gym have chains? Does his gym have kettlebells? Because I saw somebody in the NFL using chains and kettlebells. That's why they're in the NFL. Listen, I want people to stop getting duped out there. The best teams have great coaches and also great strength and conditioning coaches behind them, behind the scenes, the things that you don't see. Everybody's got the same equipment, all right? Back in the day, maybe that was a little bit of a flash. It was a little bit of something new, something that you didn't see. But you wanna know what? Everybody's still so confused, thinking that if their son is gonna jump over some hurdles and run through some speed ladders, that he's going to be the next Heisman winner, he's going to be in the NFL. It is not, it does not work that way. I hate to break everybody's heart and tell it to you straight. It is gut-busting hard work, living in that squat rack, sprinting, and not blaming this or that. Louis Simmons always says, why are football coaches so quick to blame the strength coach? If you're a high-quality, top-notch strength coach, you're producing results. You're getting them bigger, stronger, faster, tougher. But the football coach wants to blame right away. Oh, it's not us. It's not us. It's the strength coach. They're not doing the right stuff. They're not running through ladders. Give me a break. 100% accountability and responsibility. Let's stop bullshitting ourselves. If it came down to it, the best football teams in America, they would just have a barbell and they'd still be the best. The best wrestling team in the country, we look at Iowa, Oklahoma, Ohio State. They don't have these fancy weight rooms. When I went to Lehigh for the first time to train those guys, it was before they had their brand new training facility. The beautiful weight room, the beautiful wrestling building. And I remember Coach Santoro saying, take you down to our weight room, but it's pretty crappy there. It's a dungeon. And he was looking at it like maybe I'm gonna be disappointed and this is not good. In the front of my mind, not even in the back of my mind, I was like, hells yeah, baby. That's where gladiators are built. In dungeons, in inside, under, imperfect conditions. The weight room was probably 800, 700 square feet. The ceilings were maybe 7.5 feet tall. We were Zercher squatting, rowing, dropping dumbbells. I remember every 10 minutes I'd have to walk over to the stereo because the speakers were falling off the table. I had to keep pushing them back because we were just destroying that weight room. And that's coming from a room, an old school wrestling room, an old school weight room, very old. It had the original Yesie's calf ham glute developer. Only people who understand football specific workouts know what I just said there. And let me tell you, that program has produced countless All-Americans and many national champs. Many badasses came from the imperfect conditions. And you wanna know what? It was nothing like they were doing some football specific, wrestling specific, yada yada. You wanna know what the wrestling specific is? Wrestling. The football specific, running the drills on the practice field. You wanna know what everybody needs? Name one athlete who's already strong enough, fast enough, explosive enough. There you go. You've got nobody to name, unless you're talking about the freaks in the NFL. But any other athlete, they could afford to squat, bench, deadlift, power clean, carry heavy shit, jump with weights, explosive throwing of medicine balls. They could all use it. We're strengthening the muscles involved in sport. There you go. I just broke the scientific freak of everybody just confused. I just freaked you out with the science. Strengthen the muscles involved in the sport, strengthen the mind to help that athlete break through their own self-imposed barriers. It's the environment and it's how it's done. It's not what. See all this equipment here? Get rid of the sleds, the kegs, the chains. Oh my God, he's got sleds. We've got hurdles back there. Get rid of all that shit to me. Alls I frickin' need, I'll show you all I need. A barbell. That's it. We don't even use a squat rack. I'll have 2 guys on each side. Pick up the barbell, guy gets under it, squat it. Power clean, squat, deadlift, go out, push my truck, go to the playground, pull-ups, push-ups, jumping, sprints, chopping wood, teaching football players brawling drills, how to hand fight, how to be tough. The football players that have told me they're looking for football-specific workouts are the same football players that can't squat 185 pounds, ass to grass with perfect technique. Even 135 is a struggle. Forget about the bench. You need to squat, deadlift, power clean. That's first and foremost. If you're benching more than you squat, you've got problems. Let's stop with the specific this and the specific that and stop lying to ourselves. And if you're a coach and you're duping other parents into that, shame on you. Tell them the truth that they need to hear. Tell them that they need to do the work in the kitchen, that they got to live the champion lifestyle, that they got to show up and bust their ass, and they have to do training when they're not with you. One of our best football players went on to play at Johns Hopkins, started all 4 years. He trained at the high school weight room. Then he would train on the field. He'd go and do pull-ups on the soccer goalpost. He would do push-ups, sit-ups. He would go do hill sprints, and he would train at the underground strength gym. He trained with us 4 days a week, went to the high school weight room 2 to 3 days a week, did calisthenics all the time, played basketball to work on his speed and agility and all the jumping, and he was a badass. Many know about him. His name is Curls. And you wanna know what? He was the least gifted kid. He was chubby, slow, and fat, but he did the work, whereas most people made excuses. And he squatted all the way down. That's it, guys.